Hi there, folks. Welcome to Sumit Academy. I do hope that you're keeping up with my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss out on my previous or future videos. In this video, the second of our three-part series on the right to information, we will continue to talk about this enabling tool for good governance. Let us see as to what the Act says on composition of the RTI Commissions. The Act provides for the creation of Central Information Commissioner and Central Information Commissioners not exceeding 10 in number. Similarly, every state government shall appoint the State Chief Information Commissioner and State Information Commissioners not exceeding 10 in number. The Act provides for two stages of appeals. The first stage is against the decision of the public information officers to the officer senior in rank to the information officer. The second stage of appeal is to the state or the Central Information Commission. What is the time limit, cost of applying, and what if an application is not replied to? The Act lays down the limit as 30 days for normal applications and 40 days where a third party submission is to be called for. The time limit is reduced to a mere 48 hours where the information sought concerns the life and liberty of a person. The application fees is Rs 10 per request and no fees is charged from people living below the poverty line. Information must be in writing, including emails, and the request must be submitted to the PIO. Where no response is received, this will be deemed to be a refusal. The application must be rejected in writing with appropriate reason. A penalty of Rs 250 per day will be charged till the application is received or information is furnished. However, the total amount of penalty shall not exceed Rs 25,000. One of the most debatable issues concerning RTI in recent times is the disclosure of file notings. The Department of Personnel and Training believes that file notings were not part of it. However, the Central Information Commissioner is of the view that file notings are not outside the purview of the RTI Act. That is, they are very much included in the Act. The Central Information Commissioner ruled in January 2006 that a citizen has the right to seek information contained in file notings and no file or information would be complete without note sheets having file notings. Now, what are these file notings? They are usually short handwritten observations by bureaucrats on the contents of a document as it moves up the chain of command. File notings indicate the thought process within the government. They give one an idea of the inputs on the basis of which decisions are taken by civil servants at different levels. If the file notings are kept out of reach of the citizens, then people will still be able to seek information about the government decisions, but will not be able to know how that decision was reached. It will mean that the information provided to the citizens by the government will be heavily censored and will not contain the details of the various remarks or opinions and logic or rationale or lack thereof employed by government officers and the process that was followed while taking a decision. Caving into pressure from the Central Information Commission and fearing a public outcry, the government has allowed disclosure of all file notings, except of course on subjects exempted under Section 8 of the RTI Act. The disclosure of file notings will actually promote a culture of good administrative practice. Another debatable issue is whether the selection process of the UPSC is within the purview of the Act. In an earlier case, the CIC had directed the UPSC to disclose cut-off marks as well as individual scores of the Civil Services Preliminary Examination 2006. The UPSC declined to do so on grounds of confidentiality. The matter came up before the Delhi High Court, which directed the Commission to make public the scaling system, the cut-off marks, and reveal the model answers of the question paper. In recent years, another critical issue that was debated was whether or not the judge's asset be kept secret. The Judges' Bill Declaration of Assets and Liabilities sought to keep the judiciary out of the purview of the RTI Act. However, due to intense public pressure and divided house within their own fraternity, the Supreme Court judges agreed in 2009 to make public their assets and liabilities as well as those of their spouses and dependents. The Official Secrets Act had kept the people in the dark about what has been happening within the government. It was a catch-all provisions of this statute which encouraged the political leadership to pursue courses of action highly detrimental to public morality. RTI is a powerful tool which can end many malices in the society by making the administration transparent and accountable. Remember the two important factors of governance: transparency and accountability. Well, that's all from me in this video. We shall continue our study of the right to information in my third video of our three-part series on the right to information. Do remember to like this video and share on your Facebook page. And do subscribe to my channel. Till later then, cheerio.